Happy Friday evening, DragonCon. Welcome to DragonCon. It is Friday, right? It is Friday. Wow. Welcome to DragonCon Update. This is your show to find out all the great things happening here at DragonCon 2022. My name is Will. I'm your host, and we're going to go right into tonight. Make sure you have, if you haven't already, your Daily Dragon handy. We will go over a couple things that are on here, but you can also check it out on your app. So take a look at your phone, take a look at your app, and check out all the great things that DragonCon has to offer this year. First, I want to kind of highlight some of the great art that we have happening here at DragonCon. Yesterday, you saw us from the art show, and we have some pieces of art here that we want to highlight. The first one here is by artist Ashley Lovett, and it is beautiful. One of my absolute favorite pieces of the evening here. I have three favorite pieces, and you're getting to see all three of them. This one is called Beauty and the Beast, and it is just absolutely gorgeous. Check out Ashley's work. It's just absolutely stunning. My second piece here is actually by Corey Godby, and this piece is called The Little Hill. And so Corey Godby is the artist on this, and it is, just look at the stunning, the green, the artwork on this is beautiful, beautiful. And then, of course, Alan Panicle is the artist who did this piece, and it actually won last year for Best Sci-Fi Art at the art show in 2021, and it is up for auction this year. So check out these three great artists, great pieces of art, and there are pieces like this and many others available at the art show and at the auction this year for the charity auction on Monday. So please take a moment, go to the art show and check it out. First, we're going to start tonight. We have three wonderful guests we're going to talk with. The first guest we're going to be talking with, we'll be talking about Pinups by the Pool, and then we have someone talking with our vendor workshops. So they're going to be talking about what's happening there. That's a new thing for 2022. And then we're going to be finishing out talking about fantasy literature. But we're going to go right into our first guest. My first guest this evening is May Hemmer. She is the producer of Pinups by the Pool and the Burlesque show. She's been with them for many years, but this is her first year as the director. So let's actually go ahead and talk with her. Hey, May, welcome.
How are you? Thanks for having me.
Thank you for coming. It's such an exciting night to have you here. This is really awesome. Welcome.
Thank you for letting me run my little mouth a little bit.
So, I've been at DragonCon for many years, and I don't think I've ever really had a chance to talk about Pinups by the Pool before, and the Burlesque show. Tell me what is that? What's going on there?
So we kind of view like the Pinups by the Pool as like our kickoff party. Most of our performers are usually there judging.
Now, are you swimming? Are the Pinups in the pool?
I mean, some are in the pool.
Okay.
Some are not in the pool. It's actually like a little competition that we do. The performers for Saturday night are our judges, and we pick our favorite nerdy pinup takes on things.
Cool.
And we have an MC there. This year it's Phoebe Nix. And so she MCs, and the audience actually chooses the winner. And then, I have awesome sponsors and patrons, I should call them. And they've donated to the winners things like one of the vendors actually here for the con is an old friend of mine from New Orleans. That's where I'm originally from.
Oh, wow.
And she donated a full, because she does scale mail and chainmail art, and she donated a full mermaid scale mail necklace and earring set for the winner, valued at insert dollar amount here. She does great handwork. So, it's stuff like that. I have things from Troodles Doodles.
That's so cool.
Oh, yeah. So we have all kind of we have our own little patrons that give to our swag bags for our performers as well as the winners at the pinup party.
So how many people would be there tonight at the Pinups by the Pool?
Oh, well, now that it's kind of quasi a real con event now, and even though it's in a shared space, we have to cap it now.
Yeah.
So I want to say,
I think
we can fit maybe 80 to 90 people in that pool area.
That's great.
Yeah, so get there early. It starts at 8:30, line up. We have to do crowd control because last year I know everybody was excited.
8:30, you need to be there. Line up, it starts at 8:30.
Yeah, so you might want to get there like 8:15.
8:15. If you're like me and my other half, you might want to actually plan to be there by 7:45, so you're actually there by like 8 or 8:15. I'm just saying. Tell me about the Glamour Geek review. Am I hearing?
Yes.
I don't know anything about that. Tell me what that is.
So that is a burlesque show, but it's called Nerdlesque. And essentially where we take our favorite characters and bring them to the burlesque stage.
So looking at you,
yes.
I actually see that you've got a favorite character. And so the Glamour Geek Review is the burlesque show. Are you going to be performing or doing anything as this character tonight?
No, this is my outfit for the pool party.
So wait, this is this is Star Wars, right?
Stop.
I'm just kidding. You know how much I love Star Trek.
Star Trek. Yes, I know, yes.
So you told me this isn't your favorite character, though.
Uhura is like my queen mother.
Okay.
But my favorite is Riker.
Wait, but that's not what you told me a few minutes ago when you first came in the room. That wasn't what you called him. What was his name again?
Commander Daddy.
Commander Daddy. Commander Zaddy. I love it. So I will always forever remember that.
Well, after I met him, I literally turned into like a 12-year-old little girl that was like fawning over him. And then I was just like, can I hug you in the picture?
Hey, I totally get it. I go by Will. My name is William, of course, but I go by Will because of Will Riker.
Yes.
Growing up, I go with 2 L's, just like Will Riker. It's totally, I get it. Commander Daddy has got my life impacted as well. The only other thing I want to talk about is your headliner again. Tell me more about your headliner.
Her name is Grandma Fun.
Grandma Fun.
Yes.
Okay.
I tried to do a little more. I want more representation, and
we see her on the screen.
Yes. Right now. She is Filipino.
Ooh.
She's
gorgeous.
She is stunning. She actually was on HBO Max for what's the Lisa Ling show.
Okay.
And then she has some other stuff that is in the works that I can't talk about. But she's
talk about. No. Now that's all I want to talk about.
I know. But she's an amazing performer. I met her in New Orleans too when she moved from New York.
Okay.
And this is I think her first time back on stage after the Panini Press.
That's great. That's great.
So she's an amazing performer. She's very comical. She's very true to traditional burlesque, but with a nerdy twist.
So you've got stuff happening all weekend,
yes.
right? So you said there was someone you wanted to give a shout out to, though, before you were done tonight. Who was that?
A lot of Tallulah Love.
Tallulah Love. So who is Tallulah?
Tallulah was the producer of the DragonCon Burlesque show for the past 10 years. I was her right-hand stage manager for the past 5.
And she left some pretty big shoes, I imagine.
Yes, but she was like, I know you can handle this. You're a Virgo. You're way better at planning than I am. But she is the reason that we're here today at the capacity that we're at with all the awesome things that we have a chance to do. So she's finally on her honeymoon. Finally.
Good for her. Congratulations, Tallulah. Hopefully you're not watching this on your honeymoon. Hopefully you watch it after your honeymoon.
Yeah, so this is their wedding anniversary weekend every year. So they finally get to go out of town and just relax for once. But I'm dragging her back kicking and screaming next year, though.
May, thank you so much for joining us tonight.
Have
a great night here at Pinups by the Pool.
Yes.
And we hope to see you more here around DragonCon.
Yes,
so everyone, 8:15 tonight, Pinups by the Pool. Don't forget, plan to be there because it starts at 8:30.
Yes, and I'm prompt.
And she's prompt. You are prompt. I love it.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming, May. We appreciate you. All right. We are going to be transitioning to our next guest, but before we do, thank you to May, of course, and to the entire DragonCon community. We have a lot of great things going on, and I want to highlight some events that we're going to be talking about tonight, that we're going to be doing tonight, of course, at different places throughout DragonCon. You have the K-pop dance party. That's at the Marriott in the Imperial Ballroom tonight at 10 p.m. And, of course, Zombie Prom, Your Brain Will Go On. That will be tonight at 10 p.m. as well in the Hilton. We'll talk about some more things that are happening tonight throughout the show, but I want to go ahead and go right into our vendor workshops and introduce and talk with Bailey. So we have Bailey Schuler. He is here to talk about the vendor workshops. Bailey, welcome. Thank you for joining us.
I'm glad to be here.
It's a pleasure to have you here today. Tell me about the vendor workshops. I don't think I've ever heard about this before. This sounds something brand new.
Yeah, first year doing it. We're going through the pilot program. We're super excited to do it. So it's been super fun. We have vendors sponsoring us. So we're working directly with them to get all this coordinated. And we have vendors coming in with their passion and teaching classes for attendees to come attend.
So how many vendors do you have this year doing workshops?
So this year is 4. I believe it's 4.
Okay.
So first year, we have...
And is it filled up? Do you have room? Is there space to sign up?
Absolutely. There's space throughout the weekend. We got Saturday and Sunday spots left. Today's classes are over, sadly, but we have plenty of space left for anyone who wants to come in.
And today's classes were pretty cool. I actually got to take some video here today. I saw you briefly. We got you on screen in the mask there. And we were, there on the 3rd floor of the vendor halls there in America Smart Building 2, right?
Yes.
It's third floor there, and we got to go check out. I think we saw. I saw some hot glue guns out, and I saw some sewing machines out. It seemed really cool. Everyone seemed really into it, and it was really exciting.
Yeah, man, and it's a really cool way to bring vendors into a more personal level with our attendees. So I mean, you talk to them at stands and booths, but
that's great.
It's really cool to see them be able to work on level with each other.
What made you kind of want to go down this route and create this experience?
So it's been kind of in the talks for a while now, and we just weren't able to, and we finally had an opportunity. And Tracy, who runs the vendor hall and everything, she was like, okay, we're going to do it. We're going to run it. Let's try it. And she got in contact with a couple vendors, and they were all for it.
That's great.
So this year, this year's a trial. And it's going really well. Hopefully next year we'll have more classes, more vendors coming in. Really
and now these vendor workshops, they're not free, right? They are.
Right.
So they are a fee base.
Yes.
Now, are they all the same fee, or is it based on the different type of workshop?
So it's based on the different kind of workshop.
Okay.
Some of them you're using a lot more. So like the hot glue guns, we have so SureBonder, one of our sponsors. They did a free hot glue class, and they used it. They kind of showcased it. So they have a cosplay glue, and they were using it to kind of show people how much it helps to have that good quality glue.
Okay.
But then you have like sewing, which uses a lot more product. So that one costs a little more free.
Yeah.
But those are really in depth too.
That's awesome. That's awesome. You know, if there's anything you wanted to say to someone who's never done the workshop before, because I have to say most people probably haven't, because it's 2022 and it's the first year, what would you say to convince them to come and join a workshop?
So for this year, I mean, cosplay's daunting, man. It's a lot.
It is.
So if you're just now getting into this kind of world, all of our classes, or most of them, are beginner level. They're introductories.
Oh, I love it.
So if you've never really done that kind of stuff, this is a great way to get in and learn how to do it.
So I don't know how to sew. I could take that sewing class and it would teach me a little bit at least.
Yeah,
maybe.
Absolutely. You got a full hour with
I hear like needle goes through like cloth or something and there's like a string on the end.
Right?
Or thread. I guess that's what they call it in the professional speak, right? Well, that's awesome. Bailey, thank you so much for joining us tonight. Thank you for coming out here and telling us about the workshop, and we hope to see more of you next year and the years to come.
Me too. Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much, and we appreciate you. We are going to be hanging out here for just a second while we have our next guest, but I want to go ahead and first talk about the charity. So DragonCon's charity partner this year is Open Hand Atlanta, and they help underserved people here in Metro Atlanta and all throughout Georgia, in fact. They provide over 5,000 nutritious meals to people at risk or those who actually have chronic disease. It's a great organization, and you can donate directly by using the QR code that's on your screen. And you can also donate, directly through other areas here at DragonCon. One of my favorite ways to contribute to Open Hand Atlanta is the DragonCon Hustle. This is the 5K that you can run, dance, or just silly walk your way through, and sign up through that QR link like that was on the screen there a moment ago. When you sign up, you will receive a digital bib with your name and number. You can share your bibs in tweets and everything on Twitter, of course, using hashtag DragonCon Hustle. Now, DCTV's very own Bee, that's our very good friend. She's been a host of many segments here and has even been here on DragonCon Update. She is one of the most fabulous human beings. You'll hear me say that every time I mention her because I love her. She actually did a small segment about this. So let's go ahead and take it over to Bee and see what's going on. She chose number 42, I've heard. No? Yeah, she did. She chose number 42. We are going to come back to Bee in just a minute, but I want to go ahead and switch over and talk to our friend here that we have. We have Seska here. Hey, welcome, Seska. How are you doing?
Thank you for having me.
It's good to have you here tonight. Seska, I believe you're from the fantasy literature track.
Yes,
Am I mistaken?
I am.
Awesome. So fantasy literature and... tell me about fantasy literature. What's going on?
So fantasy literature...
I know what it sounds like. I know the general gist of it.
But we have a lot of great literature tracks, and we have a lot of great tracks that kind of dip into fantasy literature but aren't quite the same. Like high fantasy, YA, diversity and speculative fiction. Those tracks also cover multimedia properties.
Gotcha.
Like Black Panther, the movies for Harry Potter, the shows
Oh.
literature. Whereas fantasy literature, we really truly focus on the print and audiobook formats of novels.
Okay.
So we've tipped our toe into a bit of those. Some like we did Every Which Way a Witcher last year. We've done some involving like taking a book and different forms of storytelling across the mediums of comics and novels and stuff.
That's so cool.
But it's really a ton of fun, and I get to work with a lot of amazing authors.
So, I mean, fantasy encompasses a very wide breadth.
Without fantasy, we wouldn't have a DragonCon.
We wouldn't have a DragonCon, right? You know, sci-fi and fantasy have gone hand in hand for many years.
And Sue Phillips is my best friend ever in sci-fi literature, and she's amazing.
That's great. So, how are things going this year for your track? How are they happening?
Things are going great. We're a very calm track. We're over in the International Tower, and a couple of levels down.
Yes.
So we're a little off
here
the
in the
beaten
Hyatt.
track. Yes, here in the Hyatt. And so we're a little off the beaten track, which makes us both a good and a bad thing. It makes us fun because we are a calm environment. We don't have as many crowds. Even in the before times, we didn't have as many crowds. But we still have a really good feel, and we have a wonderful fan and author community here that just loves to come and participate. And we almost run like we're a little group and family over there. It's great.
Oh, that's so awesome. That is wonderful. I hear you have a big charity event, though, going tonight, right?
So, last night we did a charity auction, our first ever as part of the Page to Stage costume contest, and we raised a couple $100s for Open Hand there, and it was wonderful. We had people who donated, Bain Publishing donated a roadshow poster that was signed by Kevin J. Anderson, and several of his other, it's an anthology, so several of the other authors in the anthology are here, and I've told the person who won it that I would let him take any Sharpies he wanted and help him find those authors to get them to sign it.
And you also talked about, I heard you have the charity event.
We have a party tonight.
The Fantasy Gather, right? Oh, how is that? Tell me about that.
So the Fantasy Gather is, did you ever read, if you read Anne McCaffrey's, her Pern series, she had a gather, which was a gather of people where you had people coming together celebrating the community, and they had people would put up vendors and sell like food and merch.
Kind of like DragonCon.
Kind of like DragonCon. Yeah. Well, the Fantasy Gather does kind of the same thing. We let some of the authors sell a few of their books. We're not trying to undercut the vendors hall or anything.
Because this is different. This isn't the same thing.
4 hours. It's not the same thing. And the real focus of our thing is to celebrate the community of literature here at DragonCon.
That's
the
great.
authors who come in, the fans, they get to come and meet and mingle, and it's a lot of fun, and it's a really nice literature-focused party. Like the Yule Ball's great, but it is so noisy. It's hard to talk books there.
Yeah.
And so we don't really have a lot of
Even though oddly that
noise.
kind of came out of the Harry Potter series.
It came out of a book series.
Yep.
But it goes with the vibe of the Yule Ball in the Harry Potter series.
Sure.
This goes with the vibe from the Pern series, which I know is a sci-fi series. But
it still has a lot of fantasy in it.
Well, when they developed fantasy literature, most of the volunteers came for fantasy literature, and came from the Anne McCaffrey track.
Nice.
So it's kind of harkening back to what brought all of us to
That's great. That's wonderful.
Yeah, we have heritage.
What time is that tonight?
That is from 8 to midnight in Hanover C through E.
Okay, so Hanover C through E, 8 to midnight. Mm-hmm. And Hanover is where?
Hanover is in the Hyatt. If you come in to the main tower, you're going to go down 2 floors because it's the one below the ballrooms.
So it's an LL2. Yes. Lower level 2.
Yes, sir.
Perfect. All right, so lower level 2, and it's going to be there in Hanover, C through E, at 8 p.m. tonight until midnight.
Yes.
And you can party and have a great time.
We'll have announcements. Some of our authors have some cool things to say.
Well, you know what? And you mentioned a few minutes ago the Page to Stage costume contest. Mm-hmm. I actually think that we had a segment on that. So before we say we're going to say goodbye to you here, but we're going to actually show a small segment about the costume contest.
Wonderful.
Thank you for joining us tonight.
Thank you so much for having me.
We appreciate
it was wonderful.
you. Thank you. And we're going to go ahead and switch to that right now. So we'll take a look at the Page to Stage costume contest.
What's up, guys? I'm Vaughn, and I'm here at the Page to Stage costuming event. Let's check it out. I'm here with the Fantasy Literature Track Director.
Hi, I'm Seska Small.
And I'm also here with the Costume Contest Coordinator.
Hi, I'm Mara Rose.
All right. So, can you tell our viewers what is the Page to Stage contest?
So the Page to Stage Costume Contest is a one-of-a-kind costume contest where a lot of the literature tracks at DragonCon have joined forces, bringing print media characters such as comic book characters, novel characters, manga characters, and graphic novels, and fusing them with the love of costuming to create a page-to-stage costume contest of bringing our favorite book characters to life.
How does it feel to be coordinating and coming up with all of these different things and all of these different universes into one?
Actually, this has been probably the most fun contest I have ever put together.
We did hear that there were 2 different divisions or 2 different categories. Would you like to explain a little bit more about that?
So we actually have 2 different divisions. The first one is the open division. So that's kind of your standard costume contest. This contest balances out construction, literary interpretation, and presentation on stage. So it's like getting the best of the masquerade, the best of the FNCC, and throwing all of the author community into it. The invitational division is actually the first of its kind. So the invitational division, you have to be nominated. You can nominate yourself, but you have to be nominated in some way, shape, or form. And that happens through dcpagetostage.com. And basically, once we get those nominations, we start the process in October. And we have a character selection committee that's making decisions on the book characters. At the same time, we have a costumer selection committee making a decision on who the 40 characters and 20 costumers will be. Basically, once they choose you, you get an invitation. You pick the character from the list that you want to do, and come and wow us.
I'm here with one of our winners.
Hi, I'm Nina London Cosplay.
And she was able to win first place or best in show with the open division. So how do you feel right now?
Exhilarated and disbelieving.
And yes, I know. And would you like to explain what your cosplay is?
Yeah, sure. So I'm the wife of Bath. I'm from Chaucer's Canterbury Tales. I'm a big fan of medieval literature, so this is a character that I designed the costume myself, just built around the poem.
Yeah, and I remember they said that most of it was handmade and things like that. Would you like to explain a little bit?
Yeah, sure. So everything I'm wearing is handmade, right down to my shoes. From the headpiece, I just made it from scratch using interfacing and tons of layers of trim and beads and fabric. The dress I designed and made entirely from scratch, and then I even made my shoes. So those are just repurposed and then covered to look more accurate.
Okay. So there you have it, folks. Again, thank you again and congratulations. How do you feel about your win?
I'm so grateful, and I love that I had this opportunity, and I love showing off my work.
I'm here at the Page to Stage Costume Contest, and I'm here with
Anime Series.
Okay, and Anime, what is this character you're supposed to be cosplaying as?
So this character is a version of Sailor Pluto from Sailor Moon. It's a Rococo version, so a kind of historical version of the character. So it took me about 2 months to make. I was in a little bit of a hurry to get it finished for the contest tonight, but a lot of sewing. There's about 34 yards of fabric just in the skirts alone. So it was a really fun build to do, and it was just great. It was so much fun. Well, Sailor Moon is very partial, in royalty and stuff like that, and this character kind of gives off that air as well. So when I saw an image with this character like this, and I was like, you know what, I have to have this. Pluto is very much a queen, and as well, even though she's not truly a queen, she is.
Thank you guys for watching. This has been a wonderful event. I'll see you guys later. Once again, Vaughn from DragonConTV.
That was really exciting, and I hope you enjoyed watching a little bit about the Page to Stage Costume Contest. We have a lot of great stuff happening all weekend here at DragonCon. I actually want to go back and talk about the DragonCon Hustle again here real quick. we have we're going to be highlighting participants over the weekends who are sharing their bibs, sweaty selfies, using that hashtag. So I just want to remind you once again, hashtag DragonConHustle, and you can actually take a look at that and check it out. That 5K is awesome. I hope you really get a chance to go have some fun with that. We do have a friend of the show, the Chess Jowl, which you saw last year here on DragonCon Update, and he is back helping raise money for the 10th year here at DragonCon. And if you want to test your skill against him, he can be found in the Marriott lobby next to the Starbucks. And all tips go to Open Hand Atlanta, which is our charity partner this year. But that's not your only way to give. Another way is to help others in the community is to help donate blood. Of course, you can sign up online, which gives you not only the shirt, but also that pin, or you can just show up, but please, if you can, a single donation can help up to 3 people and can potentially save a life. So if you can, please check that out as well at lifesouth.org/DragonCon. Another fun way to participate in DragonCon in the community itself is to help give us your opinion, and you have until midnight. That's tonight, midnight tonight. So you're looking at just about 5 hours away. These awards to register to vote for the DragonCon awards, and these awards are fan-nominated, fan-determined literary and media awards. Tonight we are featuring the nominations for Best Young Adult. The nominees are a great list to know what people love in a category. Please check them out and vote. DragonCon.org/ballots, and it's pretty awesome. And if you are in the mood to watch historical experts battle to see who wins the title of Historical Jeopardy Champion, you can check out Temporal Jeopardy. We talked about that a little bit yesterday on the show. Temporal Jeopardy tonight is at 8:30 p.m. in the Sheraton Augusta Ballroom. And of course, if there's so many other great things going, check out your schedule, check out the Dragon Daily, or excuse me, the Daily Dragon, or the app on your phone or device. You all, this has been a wonderful night. We've got so many other things going on. There's a performance by the Atlanta Swing Orchestra. We have the Friday night costume contest, Can't Stop the Signal Dance for Firefly and Serenity fans out there. K-pop dance party, which we mentioned. There's the open casket party where all the goths are going to be at. And of course, all you zombies will be at Zombie Prom, of course. If you have anything that you want to do, there's something to do. So go check it out. Y'all, we have had a great time having you here tonight. Thank you to our guests for showing up. We look forward to seeing you again tomorrow for DragonCon Update at 6:30 p.m. And of course, don't forget, tomorrow is also the DragonCon Parade, and we will have a special late show just before the parade out at the parade corner here at the Hyatt. So check us out then. We look forward to seeing you all tomorrow, and have a great night.